Hey, what up, guys? Welcome to another episode, and we're at a Thrift Center off of Water Street in Santa Cruz today. It's raining, and look at this sign, 50% off. But as you can see, this sign is a little misleading because all the good stuff's gone, and so they're just trying to get rid of the stuff that's been there for a while. We're looking at the glass case. The only thing that catches my attention is this blue hat. And nothing much good here today. Records, for a buck. So tempting to buy them all, but you never know what you're gonna get. I'm looking at this one and it looks pretty beat up, and I don't know. I'm deciding whether to get it or not, and I'm spending a little time here looking at some of these records. And this one caught my eye, but it's beat up, and I decided to pass. Looking at some DVDs here, some books as well, and more vinyl records. So we try to look very quickly because time is money, guys. So we gotta go through this section very fast. So we're gonna head to the racks now and see what we could find. This looks like this is a slow day for this thrift store, and we're just looking at some of the odd items they got. Their little statuettes. This guy caught my attention, but I think he was broken. That's why I didn't pick him up. And here we go down the aisle. Clothes, not too much. I just found one thing now. I've been in this thrift store for maybe about 10 minutes and only got one thing. And jeans, not an expert, but this caught my eye. Somebody put this together, and it looked pretty cool. I think if they were my size, I would have picked them up, but I decided to pass them up. It's just some random jeans, some mugs and glassware. One thing comes up here. Anything Disney really sells good for me. So this mug was pretty cool for $1.99, and it was cracked, so I had to put it back. I passed on this. The bag of toys. So those that have been following me saw that I had my dollar table, my $2 table. So this is how I find a lot of my stuff that I sell for $1. They wanted like $2.99 for these bags, and Pinocchio there caught my eye. My Little Pony. I think I did not pick this up because I find it hard to comb their hair. And here we go. Here's more stuff. And yeah, I think I picked this one up. The Pikachu there. And Simba from Lion King. As you can tell, I try to find stuff that I could sell pretty cheap and flip quick. Rarely do I find expensive stuff at thrift stores. This is a second place right here. It's called the Gray Bears, and it's in Santa Cruz as well. This is the free section. So every time I go, I usually pick up all the free stuff. Those are all tapes. Sell them for 50 cents or $1. And these game cases I got, they're Xbox. They always come in handy. Even if you don't have the cover or the manuals, you could always use the cases for replacement. Or Star Wars. This looks like a controller, and they often have really good stuff here. I guess this was during the week, and it was a slow day for finding stuff, so we never try to. I don't go out there trying to become a millionaire or try to find, something that's worth $300 or $500. I go for the small items, and these calculators here. Some of them had a price and some didn't, and I got them for $3 each. I love calculators. I just find them so intriguing and cool, and these are some vintage ones. Texas Instrument, Casio, and some odd brands. Sometimes I think, am I the only one that collects stuff like this or finds these things interesting? I've had luck selling some vintage calculators on eBay. and I reach out to the customer to make sure that that they're happy with the transaction. And I've gotten really great responses. That they find that the calculator was amazing. It was kept in really great condition, and that they're using it, for their day-to-day use. So there's people out there that love stuff like this, and they actually put it to work. I found, I think, 4 or 5 calculators this day, and you could almost see how they just get thrown in this bin and nobody looks at them. They've been there for a while. And I'm spending quite a time here. Hey, there's a Casio manual there. The leather one was probably one of my favorite ones here, the leather. And this white one was pretty cool too, but I think it was broken. I had to leave it behind. So solar power, it wasn't turning on, so it's like, oh yeah, it did turn on, but the numbers weren't showing clear. The LCD screen was busted. Oh, this one's really cool too. It looks like a Star Trek kind of remote or phaser gun. This is a cool one too. Pick that one up. So that's 1, 2, I think that's 3 and 4. I picked up 4, I believe. And for $3, I mean, I haven't looked them up yet. The VHS tapes, they are hot right now, guys. VHS tape is a must get. They're $1 here, and sometimes I find them on the side of the road, so free. I try not to pay more than $1 or more than $2 for each VHS tape. And sometimes, we got to make sure that there's no mold in them. Mold is bad, so watch out if you're out there trying to collect VHS or buy to resell. Make sure they're not broken, make sure there's no mold, and don't pay more than $1. Anything horror, any Jean-Claude Van Damme, Arnold Schwarzenegger does really good. The spaghetti westerns or western movies, I have a hard time selling those. And this place at Gray Bears has tons of VHS all the time. There's times that I buy 50 to 60, even 100, and I come back the following week and they're restocked again. So this is a thrift store or a secondhand store that it is non-profit, so they recycle electronics, and I think they have a food pantry, so every time I go they're cooking up a meal. So workers volunteer, and they get a discount and they get a free meal with the proceeds that they sell here. This is all donated stuff. DVDs, they're $1.50 here. I try to pick up anything that has to do with monsters, any horror, like Kill Bill does good for me. Anything Kill Bill, anything that's from that era, from the 90s and early 2000s, does great. This is an odd one. I have never seen this one before. And I found this Hendrix vinyl, but it was just the album cover. There's no vinyl in there, and the guy gave it to me for free. And I'm packing up my stuff, and kind of excited that I was able to make it out today, even though I did not find any big items. Board games do well as well. Board games here are $4. There's puzzles too, and they're like $2. I ended up picking up Sudoku. It looked brand new, and it looked complete, so I picked it up, and we'll see how it goes. Any of this kind of games that I can make a little bit of money, I pick them up. If I pick them up for $4, I try to sell them for about 10. This is a crazy game. This has got to be from the fucking 70s, guys. This is an insane game. I opened it up. It looked like it was all there. And the instructions are insane. I mean, you couldn't pay me to play this game. I would just be like, nah, too much reading. Next. And I picked this one up, and I think I just put it at my little store for 10 bucks. Now, this board game, which is some form of chest, there's missing, one dice was missing, so I had to leave it back, so I had to count, make sure everything was there. And this one is pretty cool, fantasy football. It's got to be around 80s game. I was so close to picking it up. I was missing some plastic dies, so I just decided to leave it. Some of the cards were in there as well, but after I noticed that, you know, these little pin dies, one or two were missing, I said, you know, I'm not even, you know, spend more time looking at this because it's not complete. Coming to the end of this video, and we didn't find $1 million item, but we're just happy and glad that we made it out, and we're flipping a profit 1 penny at a time. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.